Hi everyone. Hope you all are good. We are here for grade 5 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 5 and then click on view all lessons. There you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter multiply decimals. And the lessons we're going to cover today are estimate products of decimals, multiply three or more numbers, one of which is a decimal, multiply two decimals using grids, and multiply two decimals. So please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well. Here I'm on grade 5 math. The chapter we're working on is multiply decimals. We're going to cover is the first lesson we're going to start with is estimate products of decimals. Let's just start with the lesson. So basically we're going to estimate the product, right? Not the uh, exact products. We're going to estimate the number, round off the numbers, and then we have to estimate the product, right? Then we have to calculate their product. First you have to estimate the numbers, then you have to calculate their product. Just look at the first example. Estimate the product. Round each number to its greatest place value and then multiply. So you are given the number that is 2.88 times 96. You have to estimate them to their greatest place value, right? 96, you have to round off 96 to the nearest 10, right? So the nearest 10 to 96 is 100. Then you have 2.88. You have to round off 2.88 to the decimal, right? The very first decimal point right after decimal is 8, and 8 is greater than 5. You can round off 2.88 as 3, right? Here we have estimated the numbers. Now you need to calculate the product. Just multiply them. 100 times 3 is 300. That is the approximate, right? Because we estimated the numbers. Now you can compare the estimated product to the exact product. For exact product, you need to multiply the numbers as it is, like 96 times 2.88, right? The answer is 276.48. That is the exact answer, right? And that is the approximated answer. Approximated answer is 300, right? Got it? So first thing is you need to estimate the numbers. Estimate means round off the numbers. You know how to round off the numbers here, right? So if you need help with rounding the numbers, you can just go through the channel, search the channel, type the lesson name with the grade, followed by the channel name. You can find the so many lessons there on the channel. Go through them, and still you need help, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9, right? So let's just start with the practice question. Let's just start with the test. Okay, estimate the product, round each number to its greatest place value, then multiply. The numbers are 21 times 9.62. You have to round off both the numbers first, right? 21 is rounded off to which 10? 20 or 30? 21 is rounded off to the nearest 10, that is 20, right? Because 21 is nearest to 20. Now you have to round off the decimal, that is 9.62. So the very first digit right after decimal is 6, right? And 6 is greater than 5. When the first number is greater than 5, you have to round up. Round up means 9.62 is rounded off to 10. Got it? And 10 times 20 is 200. The correct option is 200. Got it? Ten times 20 is 200. The correct option is 200. Okay, the next one is estimate the product. 96 times 2.88. I think that's exactly same we did on the tutorial, isn't it? You have to round off both the numbers to the nearest 10 and then you have to multiply, right? 96 is rounded off to which 10? 96 is rounded off to 100 and you have 2.88. So the very first digit right after decimal is 8, right? You have to round up. It would be rounded off to 3. So that is 100 times 3 and 100 times 3 is 300. So the correct option is 300. Got it? The correct option is 300. Okay, the next one is estimate the product. Round each number to its greatest place value and then multiply. Now you can round off, use your notebook and pencil, round off the numbers, find the product and write the answer in the chat box. I'm waiting for the answers from your side. So which is the correct option? You can round off 36 to, very good. The correct option is 120. Let's just do quickly how 36 is rounded off to 40, right? And 2.86 is rounded off to 3. So 40 times 3 is 120. Very good. The correct option is 120. Got it? Okay, the next one is 4.54 times 746. So which is the correct option? 746 is rounded off to which 100, right? So which is the correct option? The correct option is, you can round off 746 to 746 is rounded off to, you have to round greatest place value, right? The greatest value is 7. 700 is rounded off to which 100? You can round it off to 800, right? And you have 4.54. Right after decimal, you have 5. 5 is greater than, 5 is equal to 5. When they are equal, you can round up. So it would be 5. 5 times 8 is 40. So the correct option is 4,000. The correct option is 4,000. Got it? you have to round to the greatest place value, right? So the greatest number is 7. 7 is rounded off to 800 and 746 is rounded off to 800 and 4.54 is rounded off to 5. So the correct option is 4000. Got it? 3500, 700. Oh, 746. 46 is less than 50. Sorry, sorry, sorry. You can see here you have 46. That is less than 50. So you can round this to 700 and 700 times 5 is 3500. The correct option is 3500. Sorry, I thought the number is greater than 50. Okay, the next one is estimate the product, round each number to its greatest place value, then multiply, right? Okay, so you have 999 times 5.3. So which is the correct option? The correct option is, yes, that is 5000. Very good. The correct option is 5000. Okay, the next one is estimate the product, round each number to the nearest to its greatest place value, then multiply. So you have 38 times 7.82. So which is the correct option? 38 is rounded off to 40. Yes, that is 320. The correct option is 320. Very good. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. And the next lesson is multiply decimals and whole number word problems. You can do the word problems on your own, right? Then multiply money amounts. You can do word problems also on your own. The next one is multiply three or more numbers when oh, sorry, multiply three or more numbers, one of which is a decimal. Let's just start with the next lesson. Okay, here it is. Multiply three or more numbers, one of which is a decimal. So let's just start with the first example. You are given, you need to multiply three numbers, one of them is a decimal, right? So you have 0.009, that's decimal, and here is the whole numbers, right? Times 8 times 2. So let's just start with multiplying the decimal number first, right? Just do 0.09 times 8, right? So just multiply 9 times 8 without decimal multiplied. 9 times 8 is 72, right? You have two decimal places, so you need to move decimal from here to two places left. So when you move, it would be then 0.72 because you have two decimal places here. So you need to move decimal point two places, so it would be 0.72, right? Now you're left with 2. You need to multiply 0.72 times 2. So just for multiply without decimal, 72 times 2 is 144. Then you have decimal point two places. So you have to move decimal point from here to here. So it would be 1.44. Got it? Multiplying with decimals is very easy. You can simply multiply the numbers without decimal, then you can add the decimal places, right? Let's just start with the test questions. Okay, 5 times 8 times 9.4, right? So let's just multiply 8 times 9.4, right? Multiply without decimal. 94 times 8, that is 8 times 4 is 32, 2 here, 3 carry. 8 times 9 is 72, 73, 74, 75. You have one decimal place, right? So you need to move decimal point from here to here. It would be 75.2, right? Now you have to do 75.2 times 5, right? Because here we are done with multiplying 8. Now you have to multiply it by 5. So 75.2 times 5 is 5 times 2 is 10, 0, 1 carry. 5 times 5 is 25 and 26, 6, 2 carry. 5 times 7 is 35, 36, 37. So you need to move decimal point one place left, right? So when you move decimal point one place left, it would be 376. Got it? The correct option is 376. Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, the next one is 1.5 times 4 times 5. So which is the correct option? So let's just multiply 5 times 4 times 1.5. First, let's just multiply 4 times 1.5, right? So let's just multiply them without decimal. So that is 15 times 4, and 15 times 4 is 60. You need to add decimal point one place. So you have to move from here to here. So it would be 6.0 or 6, right? So that is 6. Then you have to multiply it by 5. So 6 times 5 is 30. So the correct option is 30. Got it? The correct option is 30. Okay, the next one is 5.5 times 2 times 7. So which is the correct option? Which is the correct option? Okay, let's just multiply 2 times 5. Yes, very good. The correct option is 77, right? The correct option is 77. Option 2 is the correct option. Okay, the next one is 7 times 5.78 times 6. So which is the correct option? So multiply the non-zero values first. Just do 7 times 5.78. 7 times 578 times 7, right? I'm going to multiply without decimal first, right? 7 times 8 is 56, 6, 5, carry 7 times 7 is 14, 9, 50, 54, 4, 5, carry 7 times 5 is 35, 40, right? So you have decimal point two places, so that is 40.46. Now you need to multiply it by the 66, multiply without decimal, right? 6 times 6 is 36, 3 carry 6 times 4 is 24, and 3 27, 7 2 carry. 6 times 0 is 0, you can write 2, and 6 times 4 is 24. You need to move decimal point two places, so that is 242.76, right? The correct option is option number 1 is the correct option, that is 242.76 is the correct option. Option 1 is the correct option. The next one is 5 times 8.59 times 9. So which is the correct option? Which option is the correct one? Which option is the correct one? Yes, that is option number 1. That is 386.55 is the correct option. Option number 1 is the correct option. Got it? Okay, the next one is multiply 9 times 2.6 times 4. So which is the correct option? Which option is the correct one? You have to do 9 times 2.6 times 4. Yes, the correct option is 93.6. Very good. The correct option is option number 293.6 is the correct option. Okay, the next one is multiply 10 times 7 times 0.9. So which is the correct option? The correct option is that is 63, right? The option number 2 is the correct option. The correct option is 6.3. 63 is the correct option, sorry, not 6.3. The next one is 5 times 8.1 times 6. When you came late, it's your responsibility to start the session from the beginning, and you have to cover all the questions I have covered earlier. I've been doing this question on the board for you, but you have to start with the first question. You have to do 5 times 8.1. You have to multiply a decimal number with the whole number, right? Just multiply without decimal. You have 281 times 5. 5 times 1 is 5 and 5 times 8 is 40. You have one decimal place. So move decimal point from here to one place left. So 81 times 5 is 40.5, right? You have to multiply it by 6 now. 40.5 with multiply without decimal, right? 40.5 times 6. So 6 times 5 is 30. 0, 3 carry. 6 times 0 is 0. You have 3, and 6 times 4 is 24. So you have to move decimal. You have one decimal place. So move decimal point one place left. You have to move from here to here. So that would be 243. The correct option is 243 is the correct option. Got it? Option number one is the correct option. That is 243. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is multiply three or more numbers. Okay, that's we have done. Multiply two decimals using grid. Let's just see how do we multiply the numbers using grids. Okay, use the grid to fill in the missing number. You have 0. 0.4 times 0. 0.9, right? Okay, first just understand the grid, right? So just look at the rows, right? Like this, you have rows. These are the rows. When you move like this, these are the columns, right? So the rows, yellow color, you have 9 lines that are yellow. That represents 0. 0.9, right? Then you have 1, 2, 3, 4 lines that have, I think, red color. That represents 0. 0.4, right? You have to do 0. 0.4 times 0. 0.9. You have to count these lines that have the exactly that have both the colors here, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you have 36. So that is 0. 0.36 from here to here. If you count from here to here, they are 36 boxes. So that is 0. 0.36. Got it? The correct option is 0. 0.36. You can find the product through grid. That is very easy. Let's just do practice questions. A question I will explain how. Okay. Use the grid to fill in the following number, right? You have 0. 0.1 and you have to find the other number, right? So this line represents 0. 0.1, right? Out of 100, only one line is colored, right? Okay, now you can see here 1, 2, and 3. Three lines are covered. That means the missing number is 0. 0.3. The correct option is 0. 0.3, and the product is the one that has both the colors, just this one. Got it? That is 0. 0.0. 0. 0.0. Yes, the missing number is 0. 0.3. Option number 2 is the correct option. Okay, the next one is use the grid to fill in the missing number. So which number is missing? So you have only one line that is blue, right? That represents 0. 0.1. And you have how many lines that are green? Like how many columns that are green? You have 6 columns that are green. So the missing number is, which is the missing number? You have 6 lines that are green, so the missing number is 0.6. Use the grid to fill in the missing number. You are given the numbers, they are 0.5 and 0.3, right? If you like this, you have 3 lines colored that represent 0.3. Like this, you have 5 line covers that represent 0.6. 0.5. You have to find the product. You have to count the columns that have both the colors so that they represent 0.15. Got it? The correct option is 0.15. The next one is use the grid to fill in the missing number. So which number is missing? Which number is missing? Blue lines are 3 that represents 0. Green lines are 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, the missing number is 0.3. Option number 2 is the correct option. Use the grid to fill in the missing number. So which is the correct option? Which is the correct option? You have 0.7 times 0.2, right? You can see only 2 of the lines are right, so that is 0.2. Option number 1 is the 2 is the correct option. Use the grid to find the missing number. So which number is missing? Very good. The missing number is 0.7 times 0.7 makes 0.49. So the missing number is 0.7. Use the grid to fill in the missing number. So which number is missing? So basically you need to find the product here. You need to find the columns that have both the colors. Yes, that is 0.72 is the correct option. Option number 2 is the correct option. Use the grid to fill in the missing number. 0.9 times. Which option is the correct one? Very good. The missing number is 0.5. Use the grid to fill in the missing number. So which number is missing? Very good. The missing number is 0.5. Use the grid to fill in the missing number. So which number is missing? You are given both the numbers. You have to find the product. Very good. The correct option is 0.36. Option number 1 is the correct option. Use the grid to fill in the missing number. 0.2 times. Which number is missing? Yes, that is 0.4. So that is 0.4 is missing, right? Okay, the next one is use the grid to fill in the missing number. So which number is missing? The missing number is 0.5 times 0.1, right? Option number 1 is the correct option. Use the grid to fill in the missing number. So 0.4 times missing number equals 0.24. So which number is missing? Very good. That is 0.6, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself. Related to it is 0.4 it is. 0.6 it is, not 0.8, right? Okay, we're working on grade 5 math. The chapter we're working on is multiplied decimals, and the lessons we have covered today are estimate products of decimals. You have to do word problems on your own. Then we did multiply three or more numbers, one of which is a decimal, and the one we have just finished is multiply two decimals using grids, right? So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we just did. That is your homework until next session, right? So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday 5 to 9, or either you can join me in the interactive session that will be daily from 4 to 5 and from 9 to 10, right? So if you have any questions related to the lessons we have just finished, you can ask. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. So please ask questions if you have any. Any questions, please ask. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. No questions? Okay, that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye, everyone.